weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Hurts throwing right away.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing is Hurts.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw, Mayfield. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down. Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The big fella. 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0.
14, Saints nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize the...
A breakaway from Michael Thomas. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutt's good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Saints 7.
Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. The slot man in motion right.
Run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Point it right. Real. King.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
The coach is always harped on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Hey, 133. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And Mayfield just getting the play off.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Play fake. Mayfield. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Slot man moves right. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Eagles 21, Saints 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The slot man in motion right.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
First down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
On first and 10, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On second and 10, Mayfield. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Looks good on the extra point. We've got a tie game here, a back and forth first half. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From the 10.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
In motion right comes Allen. Mayfield on 1st down. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 70 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. They go play action with Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
19 tight.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's got his big tight end here. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
The play fake. Here's Hurts.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Hey, line alert! Line alert! Hey! Run.
They go play action. Mayfield in trouble, and he's taken down.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He completes it to Olave. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield looking for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing is Hurts.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On first down, Hurts.
He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
22, Eagles 28. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hurry! Hey, 133.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Allen, the man in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Run. Hurry! Up!
Mayfield on play action. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
In motion goes the tight end.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Eagles 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Up, up.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield off the play fake. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurts. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Regular. Hey, we're 33.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Olave holds it in.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On second down, Kamara.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Run. Up. Alert.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Up. Alert.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They run it again with Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Slot man moves right. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll send Brown in motion right. Back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
King! That's it! Regular! Hey, we're 33! That's it!
Trying the left side with Kamara.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like.